Following that, you heard the first entry, and it's a combination of European type tunes, set actions, and lyrics in the Māori language. Added to that are the sounds of the raku with the guitar. This is the action song. In turn, youth will be prepared to take on daily tasks, such as weaving, gardening, hunting, as well as preparation for the fighting and combat arts. And so today, family, our talented wahine, they're going to show you all 5 disciplines of poi nohi. Now many of you may be admiring a lot of the carvings around this beautiful building. Back home in Aotearoa, there are well over 800 cultural settings like this, known as marae. Carved meeting houses are the main feature of marae. Now most of these houses are named after and are seen as a personification of some of our most famous ancestors, heroes, warriors, and leaders of the past. This meeting house in particular is named after our ancestor Hawaiian. He married a beautiful woman named Tuanurai, and their descendants have links throughout all of Polynesia. This meeting house, Hawaiian, and the one next door called Kupe, were both crafted back home in Aotearoa during the early 60s and shipped to Hawaii during that time as well. By August of 1963, the pieces were assembled and completed, ready for the dedication in October of that year as well. And so this year we celebrate 62 years of the Polynesian Cultural Center being open. Let's give a little round of applause. So these are two of only 6 of these kinds of buildings outside of our beautiful country, as well as the only war canoe or wakatoa just outside that area as well. And so a lot of symbolism goes behind these buildings, and we're going to share with you that. If we look above us, we can see the rich foreground across the building in the center. This represents the spine or the backbone of our ancestor Hawaiian. The patterned scroll rafters extending down on each side represent the many diverging family lines and branches that he has. They also depict elements of nature and can represent the ribcage of our ancestor Hawaiian. They extend down to the more stylized carved figures on the wall, each inlaid with abalone or paua in the eyes, a decorative piece that our people would use. These are some of our more notable descendants of Hawaiian as well. Unlike your family tree where names are written, ours are passed down from generation to generation through oral tradition. And so I have some of my cousins around the building today. They're going to share with you their ancestors' name, their tribal links, the family name which they hold, and the university major that they're currently struggling in. We're going to start over here.
Kia ora everybody, if I can draw your attention over here, this is my ancestor who goes by the name of Pororani. And I descend from Pororani through my mother's side of my family, through the tribe of Ngāti Poro, sub-tribe of the Aotearoa, and also through the family names of Tuhura and Brown. My name is Martinia, and currently I'm studying and trying to pursue the major of social work.
If you look at the back here, this is my most ancestor. His name is Canoe, and he was the captain of a great canoe called Tahiti. I descend from him through my father, through a tribe called Canoe, sub-tribe called Pirirake, through the family names of Nicholas and Waharo. My name is Ale. I also come from a beautiful island called Rarotonga Islands, and I'm studying in Pacific Island Studies. Kia ora.
Hello everyone, right next to me on this back wall is my ancestor Oturo. Oturo was captain of the Waka or Canoe Party, and I descend from into the tribe of Hapumayapoto, sub-tribe Hapumayapoto, to part of the Ankatoni family. My name is Paimu, and I'm studying business marketing. Kia ora.
Here you have a family, real people, real stories. You've already met my ancestor, you're my cousin Paimu. I descend from the same ancestor, Hotiwa, a different tribe, Ngāti Raukaua, a sub-tribe Ngāti Wairangi, through my father's line. My name is Ayana Sino, and I'm a double major in psychology and Pacific Island Studies. Kia ora. It's game time now, family. In addition to the amazing feats of our ancestors, games and pastimes filled their childhood. Now, many of our traditional games are still played today, and so we present to you this big game, otherwise known as Tahiti Boria. Now this game requires a lot of manual dexterity and agility, and the skills that you need to have are eye-hand coordination and awareness of movement, simply by taking a stick in the middle and tossing it at someone else. The object of the game is to catch the stick before it hits the ground or any of your cousins. This is Tahiti Boria. not? Alright, we gotta hype up our family on stage. They went to class this morning, starting at 7 a.m. Yes, they did. And so they're gonna need some words of encouragement. I'm gonna teach you that word. Can we all say, Karafiwa? Karafiwa! Did you hear that, guys? I think I heard more of the stage. So I want you guys to say it really loud. This room is full. Ready? One more time. Karafiwa! Yes, awesome. Loosely translated in English, it simply means give it your all, give it your best. Between you guys as guests and us as your hosts. We then welcomed you here and taught you about our beautiful Wharetikuna and its symbol of tribal unity for us here in Hawaii. The last and final portion of our presentation today is the haka. The haka is a posture dance that was done in past times for military preparation and can be seen across Aotearoa during special celebrations and ceremonies to highlight important issues of the day and to acknowledge many things. One of the ways that we'd love to acknowledge your presence here with us today is by sharing with you the haka.
Medium of choice was jade in that storage house right there. In the middle here, it looks very small, but this is actually where the family sleeps. Kind of the reason that it's so small and half underground actually is to battle the harsh weather. All right, in Aotearoa, New Zealand, the climate during weather is very humid but also very cold. So to combat that, we would line the ground with woven mats, and then the family would huddle together to conserve heat during those harsh winter months. All right. In the middle there we have what we call kota, our kitchen, and in there we would cook our food underground, and that includes foods like sweet potato, which is grown right here in this garden, as well as different types of seafood and like shellfish, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Pressure cooked underground and then shared as a community. All right. And that building just over there to our right is where we store the rest of our food for later. All right. That's what we call Wharetikuna. All right. Any questions about anything that you guys saw behind me? Just kind of taking it all in. Here, I'll hop out of the way. You guys can take some good pictures. No worries.
Would you like to sleep in something like that?
Samoa, our greeting word, talofa. Okay, one more time. Talofa. Samoa is located right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, hence the word Samoa. Sa means sacred, Moa means center. We are the sacred center of the Pacific. We're located 2,600 miles southwest of Hawaii. We're right north of New Zealand. Takes about 5.5 hours by plane, 2 years by canoes. Please take the plane. That's why we are still here. We want to go home. This is a familiar setting of a family, the building all the way in the back that's been elevated. To show significance, that is Amota Tofa belongs to the High Chief. Samoa is guided and protected by a council of chiefs, so whatever the chief says goes. So it's good to be a chief. By a show of hands, how many of you are chiefs of your family? Thank you, ladies. In Samoa, women can also become chiefs. This is our Falefono Faletele, is our meeting house, and once a month the council of the chief will meet together to discuss the affairs of the family, and is done so right in here. And today, this is where our main cultural presentation, Tree of Life, will be for the rest of the day. Right next to us on that side, we have the Faleo, the family dwelling. That's where the family sleeps at night, the daytime becomes a workshop. Weaving, carving, tattooing, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and so forth. Today, that's where you'll find the fire making activity. So after you watch the show, you learn how to make fire, you want to try it yourself right there. The word tattoo comes from Samoa, and the word is tatau. Tatau. Tata means to hammer something together. Tatau means to hammer the bone into your body. And it's one of our oldest traditional practices that is still carried on still today, using the old method of hammering the bone into the body. My supermodel's not here, so I'll show you mine. This is the la'i of Samoa. This is our formal wear, formal clothing for the men. They all look the same. Same outline, different design. You have no choice. Starts on the hips, goes all the way down past the knees. Now there's no stencils used. The tattoo artist locate where your shoulder plate is, and then you lay down and a couple men will hold you down. Keep you comfortable. Now their main job is to stretch and pull the skin tight so that the tools will not pull and rip the skin apart. This process takes anywhere from 6 to 12 sessions, average 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a session. Now once you start, you're going to make sure that you can handle the pain and go through it and complete the attire. Because this is one of those tattoos, you cannot do one session, take a couple months off, come back, add pieces as you go. Because if you don't finish the tattoo, it brings bad luck, bad name to the family, and everybody in the village will know, you chicken, you'll never finish. And you will never be able to show it. So if you were to do this in one setting, this would take at least 40 to 50 hours, straight tapping. It took me 6 days, Monday to Saturday, about 7 hours a day. Because I had a fight to catch on Sunday. Very painful right here where the hips are, the bones, your knees, your kneecaps, back of your leg, your tailbone. The last part of the tattoo is your buke or your belly button. They hammer the bone inside, they color the inside. Another painful part of your journey. And the reason why the men tattoo their belly button signifies an end of an old life and the beginning of a new life. Being reborn into manhood. And more importantly, is to remind the men of their connection to their mom. This is how you connected to her before you were born. Now it's your responsibility to honor and respect your mom as long as she lives. So talking back to mom in Samoa is a no-no. Mommy jokes, we don't do that. But we do your daddy jokes. Now if you're here with your mom, lean over to her and say thank you. Right next to that building is a small hut, and it's the mukuka or the kitchen. So part of the respect for mom, the kitchen belongs to the men. Right after this presentation, we're going to do a cooking presentation there at 2:30. And then at 3:30, please come by and sample what we are preparing for you. Our menu, fa'a lifufai. Fa'a lifufai. Cheeseburgers with French fries. Extra mayonnaise. It's green bananas with coconut milk. Now Samoa is politically divided into two countries, American Samoa and the independent state of Samoa. Now, even though we're politically divided, we are one people, one culture, and as part of our protocol, part of our tradition, we're going to invite up a representative of our talking chief, the son of the chief, to come up and formally welcome you to the island of Samoa and be part of our family today. The traditional attire around his waist is what we call the siapo. It's a wraparound. Traditional clothing, commonly known as a tapa cloth. It is made from the bark of the paper mulberry tree. Around his neck, he has a necklace called a blafala, made from the fruits of the bandanas tree. So all you see together represents unity within the chief's council. And on his left hand, he has the fue, the Swiss inspiration of his wisdom and knowledge and genealogy of our people. More importantly, he hosts the toto, the staff of leadership. It is the authority to speak on behalf of the family, to welcome honor and special guests like yourself. And here is our talking chief.
Aotearoa po ia pat for langa masore tu le wali wainga Mo no fa poi la tu vanu. Te sala pe sasi se ngana na via malapi. Fa felo ya tu lo to pa ia mo to man. Fio mai matala mai au. Tu amal fua mata apel finiari. Fa pe na fa man bia le ia la uma. So fua pa ia man.
And that means welcome. The last word he said, soifua. Everybody say soifua. Soifua means blessings and long life be upon you. Our talking chief expresses gratitude for you visiting the island of Samoa today. He hopes you enjoy your visit, learn something about our people and about our culture. We also pray the Spirit of the Lord protect you as you visit these islands, and when the time comes for you to return home to your loved ones, that you may do so safely. How about a round of applause for our talking chief? And that concludes our pre-show for our main cultural presentation, Tree of Life. Here is your host, just arrived by Canoes. Make some noise, everybody. Come on.
My friends, talofa. Come on, talofa. If you remove the T of the talofa, it becomes alofa, and that is love. So we say talofa, the Hawaiians say aloha. The word for love is alofa, they say aloha. The word for house is fale, they say hale. The oven the pig is go for the luau, we call it umu, they call it imu. You following me? The big island of Samoa where I come from, it's called Savai. Say Savai. Savai. So this is Oahu, and the big island is called Hawaii. Say Hawaii. Not Hawaii, Hawaii. Savai. You hear that? We're 2,600 miles apart. That's a 5-hour plane ride. Same district of California, but going down southwest. We're the same people. If you speak Samoan, you can talk to them Hawaiians, converse with Hawaiians, Tonga, Tahiti, Marquesas, the Mario, New Zealand, and all these little islands, but we never heard of them. And it's not Hawaii, it's Hawaii. Say Hawaii. Whoever wrote the language down, W, the V sound. I say thank you, you say you're welcome. So we're American. That's not bad. New Zealand language of the Maori people, whoever wrote it down, WH is an F. He was drunk. And he was ashamed. But this is Samoa. Everybody say Samoa. Samoa. Do you want some more? So one more we cannot afford. It's a long day. You know, you go out there, you're not happy, come back here first. There's a lot. So the layout of this place is quite simple. Don't get lost, okay? You go that way, you come back this way. The sun is heading that way. If you hit the fence, you went too far. So Samoa, New Zealand, then Fiji, winner of the gold medals, Olympic sevens, rugby twice. If you don't know rugby, it's American football with a soccer uniform. And then Hawaii, and then Tahiti, and Tonga. Tonga is the other side of heaven, so this is heaven and that's the other side. So welcome to heaven. Heaven's open. We have an open door policy. You know, people say knock on heaven's door. There's no doors in heaven. There's some very misleading information out there. It's called fake news. Don't believe it. But our culture is alive in Samoa. I wish I was all day with you. Chief system, our ceremonies, our tattoos, our protocols, and I hope and pray it will last a very long time. The changes are coming. They come very fast. If you don't do anything now, next generation will suffer for the trouble. So everything that we share with you today is today. So welcome to Samoa today. Although those are already tomorrow there, it's still today. So welcome to tomorrow today. Nice seeing you yesterday. That's confusing. What I'm trying to say, if you're not happy today, never mind, yesterday is gone. We've got another chance. Are you happy to be here? This whole world went nuts. We're all going to die together. Here we are, we made it. So let's celebrate life. And how you do that, let's burn this place down. We have insurance. So disappointment and all your regrets, let's burn them right here. Right, we're in heaven, by the way. Give a big hand to yourself. Come on, give it up. Everybody in today. we're going to make fire, we're going to husk the coconut, and then we climb the coconut tree. The tree is so high, you get up there, the air is totally different, the view is unbelievable, and we jump from one tree to the other. And it's really exciting because nobody knows the ending is always different. Sometimes you end like this, sometimes you end like this. And if it rains, we'll do it upside down, you fall up, you don't come back. The trees are very close to each other, you don't know that, see that? They're not that bad. There's 3 more trees right below, brand new, right there, no coconut, just, that's for the next generation, and they're not going to climb it anyways, everything's all. Obviously, those young men got their stuff together. If our parents are still sitting there waiting for the food, watching the neighbors eat, you fail, it's disrespectful and embarrassing not to have the food ready on time. And they'll let you know that you failed tonight, don't let it happen again tomorrow. That was pressure. Check this out. Not the fire, the abs. There's abs on fire. People ask us, do you guys work out? I say, we work way out. You have no idea how we work and how big we stay out. That's good. He has 2 abs, and then one home to watch films. I'd rather have one big multifunctional ab than a bunch of non-functional abs. Don't touch me. You can download the app. Just pick it up. So it's the coconut husk, one of the best thing ever. We run, we use everything. Or we use it for everything. Look at this. Look, this is the fire. And we watch the live show. Those guys are out there trying to figure it out. Right? 2 days, no fire. 4 days, no good. Look at that. We did in a couple seconds. And before I burn this fibers, dental floss. Hair replacement, hair extension, wash the dishes, shower, make rope, tie the house, the canoes, the weapons, the tools, the original fishing line, fish net, everything's in there. I apologize, our company has gone for this. Everything's online, everything's perfect. Everybody say fire! Fire! In Samoa, afi! Afi! In Tonga, same thing, afi! In Tuvalu, afi! Tokelau, afi! In Niue, afi! In Hawaii, in Malaysia, Indonesia, in India, Filipino, in Spanish, in Brazil, in French. Korea, cool. China, go. Taiwan, quick. Hong Kong. Vietnam. Any enemies? Xin chào, Vietnam, xin chào, Vietnam, every American. In Japan, he, everybody say he. In Japan, fire is he. You know, I don't know what she is. I just like to do, I know what she is. She is difficult. She wants it. She deserves it. That sounds better. Actually, it doesn't matter. She takes everything. She is dead. If you go to Japan, I'm forewarning you that in Japan, fire is he, and she is dead. Either way you lose. It smells really good. Samoan, organic, free pearl. It's called Magosu. It's like old spice. It's way older than spice. If he doesn't smell like this, he doesn't cook. Don't waste your time. Don't go for the looks, go for the smell. If he has both, good for you. If he has none, you hear the chicken? And I hurry up to the fire. It tastes perfect. I believe Is it fire? Big one. Give it up with the back. Coconut, tree of life, the tree that gives everything. Look up, everything you see up there, including the lights, come from the coconut. Coconut is a seed, germinates, becomes another tree. You know, the debate goes on. What came first, was it a coconut or the tree? Was it an egg or a chicken? Well, it doesn't matter at this point. We don't have time for that. You just need to know You're the number one model tomorrow. This is the only model we got. Now the role model took them on. Watch your face. Coconut tree has no season. When the trees start to bear fruits, it won't stop until the tree dies. Every single leaf gives at least 10 coconuts. Non-stop 100 years. Did you know that? Yeah, you know. And the more you know we've done. And there's no coconut. The whole airport is empty. All of Waikiki is empty. If this thing falls on you, it ain't your fault. This is America. It's somebody else's fault. So it's a big mess. Nobody's responsible. Cut him all down. The problem is you cut him so much, the knowledge disappears. So we're holding on to this as long as we can. I'm glad you're here to learn about it. You know what? I was just in Georgia. I took the midnight train. I'm just kidding. I was in Georgia from July, August, filming the live action Moana. Until next year. So check it out. Yes, look it up. Live action Moana, probably it's November the same.